There's a theory that Donald Trump's son is a time traveler.
There's proof?
There's a book that came out. It's called The Last President. In the book, the main character, his name is Barron. He has a mentor and he teaches him about time travel. His mentor is named Don. Donald Trump's son is named Barron Trump. He has a mentor named Don, just like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's great-grandfather, he was part of the FBI team that confiscated and took all of Nikola Tesla's inventions, blueprints, and wiped his whole house. Obviously, there was rumors all the time about he was onto some next technology with frequency and maybe even time travel. So this book was written in 1869. So it's called The Last President.
So they found this book.
No, this book has been published long time ago. It's just weird that it matches up, and it's called The Last President. You could say the new president, he's kind of, people are saying like he's a robot or whatever. He doesn't seem like he's all there.
No, Trump's been like too calm since he got voted out the office. It's like he knows like he's gonna be back.
In 1896, a book called The Last President told of a wealthy outsider winning the presidency, sparking chaos in New York. The same author also wrote about a boy named Barron Trump. Over a century later, Donald Trump becomes president, and his son's name, Barron Trump. Coincidence or secret society prophecy?
I know,
There is a TikToker that disappeared after he posted video proof of the CIA covering up giants in the mountains. His name is Andrew Dawson, and if he didn't document everything he saw, no one would believe him. His videos are still available for everyone to see, so we're gonna break down everything that happened before they get deleted forever. So Andrew started as a pretty normal TikToker, posting vlogs about his daily life, work, his friends, his girlfriend, his dog, nothing out of the ordinary. But then in April 2022, his posts started getting weird. For over a year, he had zero history of posting anything conspiracy related when all of a sudden he drops a video of what looks like a massive person on top of Whistler Peak Mountain in Alberta, Canada.
What is it?
It's a person, dude. No, seriously, pull over, pull over.
Now, in all honesty, this giant is standing completely still and can possibly even be some sort of structure. But it wasn't there before, and whatever it is, it's enormous given how far away that mountain is. He goes back the next day, and it's gone. He speaks to a few locals in the area, and a few of them confirm the myth of a giant that has been spotted living in those mountains.
And it's not even there anymore, too. That's where it was yesterday. I spoke to some locals and it comes and goes apparently.
He then tries driving right up to the base of the area where he saw the creature, but is stopped by some agent that tells him to turn around even though it's a national park.
I just got stopped by like some CIA agent. He told me to turn around, said I'm trespassing. I said it's a public area. I didn't get it on camera, but I'm gonna go again tomorrow and be prepared to be filming right now.
At this point, all the comments on his videos are telling him that he's begging for trouble if he continues down this path. He ignores them. A few days later, he goes back and he sees military helicopters carrying something huge out of that exact same area.
So they're extracting something out of here. There's 2 helicopters. What the
Comments are going wild at this point, telling him to dip the hell out of there. So obviously, he goes right back to that road where he got stopped, but this time, he records the agent.
Yeah, this is him. What's going on?
Road's closed. Turn around.
Really?
Yeah, man. Just turn around, please.
Okay. Have a good night, man.
After this, he doesn't post anything for a few days when things take a huge turn with this video titled Being Stalked.
I think that's the same vehicle from... Hey!
This is when things start getting creepy. He stops posting for nearly a month and rumors start going around that he got taken in. Then, 3 weeks later, he posts this.
Hey guys, I just want to give you an update. I'm not dead. I have not disappeared. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment.
An awkward video unlike any of his past ones, saying that it was all fake, talking like he's reading off a script and constantly looking off to the side. But it ain't done yet, cause 10 days later, he retracts everything he said in that video in a follow-up.
You might not see me post ever again. My videos weren't fake.
The caption of
Ancient texts across cultures speak of giants, like the Nephilim in the Bible, the Titans in Greek mythology, and massive beings in Native American legends. Some claim that governments and institutions like the Smithsonian have covered up discoveries of giant skeletons. Photos of giant bones circulate online. Do you think they once walked the earth?
The fact that this was discovered hiding under a painting during a renovation of a cathedral in Naples says it all. Another sloppy cover-up of our true past at work. I think they tried to cover up giants and dragons, griffins, and a lot of other creatures. Yet they did such a sloppy job, they just ended up calling them mythical creatures. But isn't it odd, the Chinese zodiac has all real creatures but one. And the fact that so many of our cultures, all across our realm, share the same depictions of dragons, much like they do giants and many other creatures. These artists drew exactly what they saw. And you can still find some mud fossil remains. Like here's the Dragon Head cave in Egypt. This world is vastly different than what we've been told it was. And why cover up dragons? It's the same reason why they lied to us about all of our history. Those unaware of their true past and their true origins are all that much easier to control. Perhaps dragons explain some of those melted castles. And just look what our old dictionary said about dragons. Now rare.
The world population could easily exceed 8 billion by the year 2020. The negative impact of population growth on all of our planetary ecosystems is becoming appallingly evident. Unless nations will agree to work together to tackle these cross-border challenges posed by population growth, overconsumption of resources, and environmental degradation, the prospects for a decent life on our planet will be threatened.
Do elites or shadow governments want to reduce the global population? Do they push wars, engineer viruses, food shortages to quietly bring down the numbers? I'm curious to know your opinions.
You gave them your DNA. You gave them your children's DNA. You handed the serpent the blueprint of your bloodline and called it curiosity. It started with innocent questions. What's my ancestry? Am I part Viking, part royalty? You spit in a tube, you clicked submit. And with that, your entire genetic lineage was handed to a corporation. You didn't just trace your heritage, you entered a system. 23andMe partnered with GlaxoSmithKline, one of the largest pharmaceutical giants on Earth. Then came BlackRock, the trillion-dollar global puppet master, dubbed by some the company that owns the world. Its name, the Blackstone. In ancient rituals, the Blackstone absorbed power, held oaths, marked offerings. They're not just running reports, they're running filters, searching for something rare, something sacred. Davidic descendants, lost tribes, Nephilim markers, the bloodline of Christ or Cain. Your DNA didn't go to storage, it went to sorting. In Babylon, bloodlines weren't just heritage, they were heavenly mandates. Osiris and Isis, siblings married to preserve god blood. Pharaohs ruled by birthright, not merit. Sirius, the star of kingship, marked divine heirs by blood and sky. Today the rites look different, but the goal is the same. Find the chosen, control the rest. Temples became labs. Prophets became algorithms. Your DNA was offered like incense, and BlackRock became the new oracle. The question isn't where you're from, it's what are you worth to those who never stopped worshipping blood.
Today I'm announcing that Conservatives will introduce legislation to amend the criminal code and restore the value of Canadian citizenship by ending the practice of judges considering a non-citizen's immigration status in sentencing. Since 2013, a Supreme Court ruling has permitted judges to consider immigration status when sentencing. This has been seen in several recent high-profile cases. For example, a permanent resident received a conditional sentence after being convicted of trying to purchase sexual services from a 15-year-old, as a stronger penalty would have hindered him and his wife from obtaining Canadian citizenship. Another non-citizen in Canada on a visitor's permit was convicted twice of groping an 18-year-old woman's genitals at a bar, yet received a discharge to avoid a permanent criminal record and to allow for an appeal of their deportation. Anyone seeking residence or citizenship in Canada has responsibilities as well as rights. When it comes to sentencing non-citizens, Canada has essentially adopted a form of two-tier justice where judges can and have given lighter sentences to individuals who are non-citizens by virtue of this ruling. This offends all principles of fairness that should be foundational to our justice system. This is why, once the House of Commons resumes this fall, Conservatives will introduce legislation to amend the Criminal Code to rectify this issue. Our bill will add a section after Section 718.202 of the Criminal Code, which will expressly outline that any potential impact of a sentence on the immigration status of a convicted non-citizen offender or that of their family members should not be taken into consideration by a judge when issuing a sentence.
How's this even a thing? What kind of twisted, evil world do we live in where child predators are getting let off in order to allow them to stay in the country? It almost makes you think that these judges run in the same circles, that do the same things. If they don't find anything wrong with this activity and they just let the criminals off like that.
Anyways, I appreciate y'all tuning in to EscoVids. More to come. Like, subscribe, comment, share, follow. You know the drill. Peace.